What's up, G's? Chilling here in my high-rise condo. I'm back in Panama with the beautiful view. You guys asked for the beautiful view. I got it for you guys. My name is Prince Fortunatus, and today I'm gonna explain you the number one biggest mistake that every or almost all OFM business owners make. What you have to understand is business is about setup, and how I got rich is through having correct business setups. What do I mean by business setups? How can you have the perfect business setup when you dealing with models, for example? And that's what I'm going to explain to you here today. The number one mistake that guys make when they run the OFM business is they pay their models a straight percentage. That is one of the most retarded things you can do, and that is what held me back. And when I changed that one thing, I went from making 10K a month revenue to crossing multiple six figures. That's how important this is. So listen up. So I have two main solutions to this. But first, let me give you an example. That's how most FM business owners do this. So let's say you have a model and she doesn't really work that hard. She doesn't even probably convert that well. That's another thing you guys don't realize. Models, there's a big difference in how models convert. We're not in 2019 anymore where you can just put a random ass model on Reddit, on IG, whatever, and just start making 10K a month. These days are fucking over. You need to have good converting models. You need to have models that fit a certain niche. But I'm gonna talk about it in another video. So the model doesn't work that hard. The model doesn't convert that well. On top of that, you might even be a little bit lazy. You're having to cover all the marketing expenses. You're having to cover all the employee expenses, all the software expenses, all the proxy expenses. You're having to cover everything. And then at the same time, she's just getting a straight percentage, which is before profits. That is the big mistake that guys do. So you handle all the expenses, you cover everything, and then before you even get your profit, you do a straight 50% split, and that fucks up your entire business because now you cannot reinvest into the account because the money is just going away. Do you understand that? When you run a business, you need to always allocate a certain percentage, a certain budget towards helping the account. And that's the number one mistake you guys do. You don't let the models know that. You make the model believe that, let's say the account makes 10K a month, that 10K was made. No, 10K wasn't made because there's marketing costs involved, there's employee costs involved, there's software costs involved, there's all kinds of costs involved, guys. So the account didn't actually make 10K in a month. It made much less because the profit is less. So what you need to do is you need to always make sure that there's enough profit for everyone. And that is what made the actual difference in my business. That's how I actually went from like 10K to multiple six figures, guys. In the example I was just talking about, imagine I'm splitting 50-50 before profit. And back then I would do GGs. GGs was a big thing back then. Not anymore, guys, not anymore. So I'll put in 2K into GG. The account makes 4K back. I split it 50-50 with the model, and then I got 2K left for me, and then I put another 2K into GG's. How the fuck does it even work? That's what literally capped me. And that's why I switched to salary models. Salary models, guys, is a fucking hack. If you're not paying salary to your models, you're seriously fucking up. That is literally the number one difference that made me rich, because now I had basically almost unlimited budget to put back into the account. As you can see, I'm here in Panama. That's one of the primary reasons I came here to Panama, because if you, for example, work with a salary model in the US, I mean, she's gonna say, give me 5K, give me 6K, something like that. Europe, maybe the same, 3, 4, 5K euros at the very least. Here in South America, if you pay a girl an actual salary, 1, 2K, 3K, she's gonna be making multiples of the minimum wage in X country. And I was one of the first guys who figured this shit out. Literally, that's why I came here to South America. In 2021, 2022, I was one of the frontiers when it came to salary models. You understand? You have two options basically. So for all the guys who are doing percentage right now, what you have to do at the very least, if you're not gonna pay the model itself, let's say you say, well, Prince, I wanna motivate the model so that, she's involved and I pay her according to the account performance. You can do that, absolutely. But at least do it the way I'm gonna explain you right now. What you will need to do is you need to pay the percentage after the profit. So what I tell the creators that I work with, the models that I work with, I explain them I need to allocate a certain percentage to the actual page. I tell them maybe 35% or 40%. Let's say anywhere between 30 to 40%. That's off rip. And then after that, I'm gonna split the profits with her 50%. So let's say we have the whole pie, 100%, whole account. And then I tell, look, 40% is going to go to the marketing and to the VAs because we need to reinvest into the account. That leaves us with 60%. And then the 60%, let's say with the 40% deducted, That's where we go half-half. You get 30%, she gets 30%, and then the VAs and the marketing get a percentage. Now, I've literally have models say like, oh, but why is the marketing and the VAs getting more money than I am? Bro, that's exactly how you know who you should not be working with, okay? You need to work with models that have the long-term vision in their head. They want to see that account grow over time. Any business needs money being allocated to its success. If the model prefers short-term gains over long-term gains, for example, that's how you know that you shouldn't work with her. I've literally had a model tell her, but the VAs in the market are getting more money than I am. What the fuck? What? They're getting more money than I am too. The fuck? Because that's what you guys don't understand. You be sitting at your computer, figuring everything out, trying to do marketing, and doing all this bullshit, literally slaving away for the model while she's getting like percentages before profit, cutting into your expense. She's literally getting your profit. That's how you need to see it. If you're gonna pay the model a percentage, what you have to do, guys, and that's what made the biggest difference in my business. Either you pay her a salary, and then obviously you can adjust the salary as the account keeps earning more and more and more, or you pay her a percentage after the expenses, if that makes sense. Pay the model a salary or pay the model after expenses. Explain her that there's gonna be a specific budget being allocated to the marketing, to the VAs, to covering all the costs, and that's how you're gonna ensure success, because that's when you can fund the account and actually make money.